Interesting how both of these teams really get to pick all of these maps, and especially with XDG with the luck on their side yet again wins that coin toss, and this is looking very dire for Velvet. As we see here, XDG has the upper hand.
How is this going to turn out for Velvet, right? Because the last time Velvet managed to take a match against XDG when there were no internet issues, that was at domination firing range. So Velvet better keep their fingers crossed that that's exactly what happens in here. Radiant standoff has been banned, and XDG, since they win the coin toss, they will bring us down into Nuketown for hard points. Oh my god, here we go, beef.
Oh, okay. Now, we already know that XDG had the upper hand against GAIJIN INVICTA in Hardpoint Nuketown, but this is a completely different beast to go up against. Velvet will definitely not make it easy for the girls of XDG to actually win this particular Hardpoint matchup, knowing how aggressive Velvet can be as well. And also, they're really smart in terms of utilizing all of their score streaks and also operator skills, so it's really up to anyone's matchup here in Nuketown, as we can already know that Nuketown isn't a map to have like certain strategies. But then after all of that, we are heading over to Search and Destroy, and Crossfire and Tunisia are going to be banned. Very, very smart ban here by Tunisia, and Velvet is going to be banning that one, and Raid is going to be Search and Destroy. This is the map pick of Velvet. They already know this map like at the back of their hand, AJ.
Yeah, you pick that Alpha or Bravo side for the bomb plan. Either way, it's quite a long rotation. So how will the game of confusion start off first? To trick your enemy to move into one of these bomb sites, allow yourself as well as your team to plant the bomb and set up a great defense, because the basketball court is going to be quite open. Whichever team that drops in there can, depend on the locker room as well as some of these corner points. But, going in for that Bravo point for the plant is equally as open as well. Which team will be able to play these power positions better? They should be able to find that Search and Destroy game. Firing range, Crash banned off this time. XDG wants nothing to do with firing range. They know exactly what happened the last time, and they will bring a Crossfire into the fray, beef.
Now, that is very interesting. Now, it was very smart for XDG to ban off firing range, but having Crossfire yet again, it's going to be a rematch that we deserved from a while ago. As we already know, we got, XDG disconnected a while ago. There was only 2 players left from their team, and Crossfire is going to be deja vu all over again. It's really having that distraction gameplay and really going to that opposite ends and really trying to get all of those flags. Alpha and Charlie, now you're going to be seeing a split type of push here, really trying to go for that Alpha and Charlie flag all at the same time, and eventually going for that secret, Bravo take as well. Charlie's just going to be a distraction. It's just going to be a distraction, and we're going to be seeing how well these girls actually do it. It's going to be chopper gameplay here, wall bangs all over the place.
Absolutely. Hardpoint Crash if we get taken in here to game number 4. Most probably the case. And if at all, it gets pushed all the way into a deciding map number 5. Search and Destroy. XDG will bring us right back into Crash again.
Ooh, Crash is a very interesting map. Not a lot of pro players actually really like Crash because it's such an unbalanced map. And with Hardpoint, it's going to be interesting how all of these take, especially with P4. P4 is in, but we are going to be getting all of this greatness. We are at Hardpoint Nuketown, and it's going to be explosive here. Mother Russia is not going to be nice. They're not going to play nice with each other, and this is what we've been waiting for.
Okay, so earlier they were able to snuff out GAIJIN INVICTA, and that was a close fight. GAIJIN INVICTA, in terms of those gun skills, are not as good as Velvet. Yes, GAIJIN won't be very happy to hear that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Will XDG be able to pull it off slightly better against Velvet, or will the fact that Velvet being slightly better than GAIJIN INVICTA show that they will be the favorites to pick this victory up? Afia trying to ravage with that KRM, 1 shot, 1 kill, but this time it's not so effective. She needs to close in this gap. 22-2 so far on the points, and it's a great hard point opened up by XDG.
Constla being the only one in there, and it's going to be difficult for Velvet to actually get all of these scrap points, and LMOJ is going to be the only one over there alongside another teammate, and they need to go for that rotation. XDG needs to go to that rotation, which is going to be at the side of Velvet. That spawn over there, it's going to be very amazing for them to actually have and infiltrate if they get this hard point. Now, Velvet has that advantage of getting this hard point, especially with their spawn. They really need to defend this heavily, knowing that Afia is just going to be right there.
Okay, now Afia prowling through KRM should be able to look up and pop yet another Zika. Gets that takedown, but unfortunately will get shut out by Bloom. So far, it's perfection coming in here from XDG LXIX onto the 40 points so far. More than double of what Team Velvet has. Now, are the Singaporeans going to be able to make a playback in here? GAIJIN hasn't been able to get even one kill so far in this map, which is absolutely shocking.
Yeah, that is very surprising with Keiki having such a hard time to get all of those frags. She even has a QQ9. She should have had at least one kill by now. Still having a really hard time. And you know what? Velvet was supposed to have the advantage of getting this hard point, yet XDG still has it. And right now, it's going to be XDG's, spawn that's going to be over here. It's going to be hard for Velvet to finally infiltrate into this next hard point, which is going to be P3 in the house. They're going to have a hard time going in there. If they had a hard time defending their own spawn, they will have an even harder time infiltrating this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, Beef. XDG in here holding on to their home spawn point as well as the hard point. Zika slaying with the chopper. Afia, KRM, one shot, one kill, performing as usual. Opportunity once again, but stands right beside her enemy, allowing Velvet to take it down and pick those points right back up. And this is the problem with hardpoint. No matter how much you perform, no matter how chaotic it is, your opponents get to play catch up very easily as long as they can secure just one great hard point. And the thing that we, speculated to be as one of the most difficult things, which is to take your opponent's spawn as well as hard point. That's exactly what Velvet is doing right now. And not only do they do it with perfection. They will equalize and overtake in terms of that scoreboard.
Yep, exactly. They did so well with the response over here, especially using those defenders to their advantage. You can already see how well balanced all of these, operator skills that Velvet has. They have an aggressive Sparrow, but they also have defensive walls that can protect them into these hard points. Now, this is really amazing. And with the side of XDG, you can already see how aggressive they are because everyone either has a War Machine or a Sparrow, and this is what's happening. You have that advantage at such an open area like this.
Oh, Consta on a freaking kill streak here so far. Nobody has taken it down just yet. Pops an amazing smoke, brings the KRM right back out with the UAV up in the air. She should be able to ravage the rest of the players. Consta hasn't dropped so far, probably on her 8th kill right there as she takes down NXBot as well as LMOJ. XDG picking up point 100 so far, and Consta has been an absolute monster.
Yup, exactly. Consta being constantly amazing up in this matchup, especially with all of those kills. She could not be killed, and I think she's about to get rid of an X1 Goliath yet again, but she does miss that opportunity, so I don't think that's going to be up. She finally gets taken out. The rotation is key here. They need to go for P1 yet again, and NXBot is positioned there really nicely, and it's going to be raining missiles in a few seconds.
Okay, 115 to 77 in here so far. NXBot will get shut out of that hard point. Way too open for a solo play. I don't really see Velvet picking up this map, so you might as well give it up, right? Because XDG is just way too good. It doesn't seem like Velvet prepared for Nuketown for this competition.
Yep, exactly. And that is the reason why XDG really picked this map, because not a lot of people, not a lot of these teams really fight for a map like this. Nuketown is something you don't really see that often. And especially with all of these going down, you can really see how unconventional XDG really is. And now the rotation needs to go here into that second hardpoint, which is going to be at the advantage of XDG, as they do have a Nexus 1 Goliath right in their arsenal.
Okay, and we can't count out the Singaporeans just yet, because with this push, they make it up to that 100-point mark, and that's just about 20 1-1 points between themselves as well as the Filipinos. Bloom with the 2-piece, and this is going to be the final run. When this hardpoint opens up, if the Singaporeans don't drop in, XDG should be able to close game number 1 off. And here is that XS1 on the hole. Elmo J slaying outside, but it's not going to be enough. Trying to make the approach on the XS1 Goliath. And the contest for the hardpoint is not even coming through, which means XDG is already on their final run. Final 10 points in here. Bloom will manage to take out the XS1 Goliath, but that is all Velvet will be able to do. They managed to nick away the hardpoint, but the game is already lost if they cannot close this here at this hardpoint. And there is no way they can, because look at the points and look at the time limit now.
Yep, exactly. And it's going to be here. Game number 1 is going to the XDG LXIX girls.
Those MVPs up.
Yes, sir. And we can already see here XDG LXIX Venice getting that MVP. And not too far away from her, we have NX Bot with the MVP from the side of Velvet. And you can already see how far off these points already are. The line of twos here, the line of the
we need to make sure that there is a split defense for the side of Velvet, right? And Velvet, if anything, have been able to show us that they are amazing when it comes to the split defense. And they are going to be playing a 4-1 so far in here, with one player taking mid, not even dropping into Bravo for the side of XDG LXIX. They really want to scout out where the players from Velvet will be going into. Velvet, on the other hand, will be taking a 2-2-1 split with one player pushing down into the Alpha bomb site. And that is going to be Elmo J. No snipes from what Katniss showed us from the 21 Huntress, but this is good enough. Let's see how the approach drops in.
I feel like Sovella should be the one here, because just like that, Elmo J gets taken out. Now, this is the mistake that I was saying. Elmo J should not be in Alpha. She shouldn't be here in basketball court because she has the QQ9. Sovella should be the one getting those opening picks there, and they paid the price in putting Elmo J over there being too open.
And now these are prime positions being picked up by XDG. They know Sovella is right up, and they are not going to be revealing their positions. And Consta takes another beautiful snipe. 2 in this game for her so far. And Consta is looking for more. NX bot shut down by Venice. The double sniper showdown coming in for the side of XDG. Are we going to be able to see Venice drop in and do slightly better later on? Most definitely will. As Keiki and Bloom still try to pull this out.
Oh, but with the hit marker, Keiki finally goes down. Almost having that flawless run. XDG, amazing push there. Knowing that Elmo was there, that sniper of Consta was amazing. And they should really have that rotation. Elmo J should not be there. Sovella or Keiki should be over there having that sniper. And that was very essential for them. Hopefully they really get to learn. But no, I can already see that Elmo J is going to be the only one there.
Cheeky nade dropping in from Sovella, but does not take anyone out. But if she keeps trying for it, she might just find a lucky frag. And this time, it is going to be Elmo J once again dropping into the basketball court, holding it on her own. Just one player holding Alpha. It wasn't a great idea earlier. It's not going to be a great idea right now as well. But Elmo J is buying time here. She uses that thermite to show the side of XDG that the entry is not going to be so easy. Bloom getting shut down. Yaki as well. They are going in here for the backstab entry into basketball court. They managed to pull off the distraction, take down Elmo J as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, XDG at their best. And now we only have Sovella as well as Keiki to take it back. Sovella with the flick and the headshot on Consta. What else can she pull off? One more. The foot was just sticking out. Sovella not really patient on the snipes, and she will have to back away. Opportunity, quick scope, and Sovella will miss that. 77 on the HP. If she gets pushed, it's game over. Keiki on the approach as well. QQ9. Will she be able to get this backstab beef? If she can get Venice, this might just be possible for Velvet, and she does.
Oh, but what a beautiful push there. Not being able actually to quite get that. Keiki's going to be the only one here. Now, it's not going to be in her favor as 10 seconds is going to be down on the clock. This is definitely XDG's game. This is her match right now. Even if she actually has that kill, even if she gets all of that, there's still not enough time. Beautiful play here by XDG. Really going for that distraction gameplay. Now, this is what we didn't see in our matchup against, GAIJIN a while ago. They weren't really aware of the time, and right now XDG is playing it to perfection. All of the plays are going down, all of those gunfights, and LMOJ really needs to get out there and be replaced by Sovella.
Okay, let's see if or not we will be able to see this time a two-player drop into that basketball court, which is much, much better. Just like you mentioned, Beef, Sovella this time backs up LMOJ at that basketball court, and the entrance by XDG may just be a short-lived push. Are we going to be able to see the girls from Velvet make a quick rotation? Once those first few shots drop in, Consta will be making her own push in here with that snipe very so slowly because she knows Sovella will be a problem. LMOJ might get taken down here and she stands up, but lucky for her, Consta does not pull that trigger. And she did pull the trigger. A hit marker appeared there. She does not get taken down. Lucky for her. XDG still on the prowl, looking for an advantage in this round, and they will focus on Bravo this time.
They were playing for picks, which is very, very smart. And right now, having to head over to Bravo is probably really smart for them to do. It's only going to be one player over there, and she does get down. Keiki going down so early here. And it's going to be very dire for Velvet to actually go in here. Mind you, this is their map pick, but it just seems like XDG knows this map too well. They're playing it so patiently. But then just like that, we see Sovella with the two-piece with that grenade, AJ.
Okay, now if or not Velvet will be able to do this depends on Yaki and Sika messing up. This is a two-lady hold. So Vela drops Sika, Yaki all alone. QQ9, yep, this is not just gonna be possible. Melting point, bomb gets defused, and Velvet pulls one back.
Man, that was supposed to be XDG's round, but then Velvet just proves that they know the map as well as XDG. And this is the comeback that really we are expecting from a team like Velvet, really learning from that response. And XDG really have that opportunity to push and really defend Bravo, but then they couldn't really do it well. And now they are going for another Bravo push. Very, very aggressive push here. And Afia with that opening pick.
Okay, Afia should be able to get one more. She does not go in for the jump. It is XDG on the plant, and Afia can just wait for the push to come in from Team Velvet. And she will hold quite a power position, and the person that jumps out of that window will get taken down if at all the rotation from the back of the building does come through as well. It should be easy for her. Bloom gets shut down, so does NX Bot. Dawnstar on fire. Afia drops Sovella, leaving just LMOJ in the game. And this is not going to be a clutch that she can pull off. A 5-on-1 with 13 seconds.
Exactly what you said. It is not possible to get that. And right now we see a lead, a 2-point lead, which is not that big. And Velvet can definitely be in this one, especially if they are going to be the ones holding that bomb. And I feel like maybe the reason why XDG is having such a great time here so far is because they are at the attack. Maybe the fact that when Velvet gets that bomb, maybe the tides will turn. And right now LMOJ is still going to be alone there, and Sovella really needs to go push with her if she really wants to have another round win.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Velvet should be able to pull this back when they are on the attacking side. But how much of pressure will XDG stack on them? Because they need to take one more win. If at all Velvet actually gets this round, that really will change the complexion of the game as Elmo shuts down Afia. Sika out as well. Consta will shut out LMOJ in retaliation, but it's a 4-on-3, which allows Velvet to pick up this point. Yaki from the backstab will eliminate NX Bot, and it's a 3-on-3. Bloom almost got taken down as well. Yaki with the reposition, and Bloom is going to be in trouble because of the brilliance coming in from Yaki. This is what I'm talking about. Yaki is on fire.
Yep, Yaki knows when to back out, saw that she got one kill, did not get too greedy, and backed the way out. She had that very amazing aim, backed out, went all around, having that patience, knowing that she can take out Bloom, and she did so. But I mean, they got the trade-off, 2v2 situation. still, the bomb is gonna be down, but they know where the bomb is. Yaki again with that kill!
Come on, Yaki. Can we get the final one? Venice will shut down the final player from Velvet as XDG takes a very, very convincing attacking side. 4-1. And now it is the time for Velvet to show what they can do when they have the bomb. And here's the thing. They've got 5 rounds, 5 opportunities. They've stolen one away from XDG. Does that mean they will be able to win the game if they take a perfect attacking side? That's exactly what it means. Let's see if or not they can pull it off.
The push is slowly coming from the side of Velvet, and they really need to read the room well. There's only going to be one person there, which is going to be Venice over here in that basketball court. They shouldn't really push too aggressively, but then Elmo J, patience is deserved for her side. Elmo J gets that first opening pick, getting rid of Afia. And it's going to be interesting how all of these girls from XCG with that information goes to have that push, AJ.
Okay, now let's take a quick look and see if or not Venice will be able to back up the rest of the team because Afia has been slain so early on. 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock. Velvet needs to go in for the plan, but with the advantage of the 2 women in here, make that 3. Velvet looks so strong in taking this round in the back. Venice as well as Consta will be left. Venice will eliminate an X-Spot. Goes in for the quick scope as well. Does not get the shutdown. Switches over to QQ9. Consta shuts Elmo J out of the equation. It's a 3-on-2, and all of a sudden it looks like XDG LXIX can make an easy comeback in here. Consta will make that approach. Venice as well. It's a double sniper action. Consta spots out Keiki, goes in for that shot, but will be down on a HP as well. Keiki on those shots. Venice manages to take one down, takes another one as well. Venice with the opportunity, but unfortunately Keiki responds with a bullet through her chest. 2-4. Velvet still don't want to give up.
Now, Venice needs to learn some lessons from Yaki. She should have backed down from that, getting that 2-piece. She got a little bit greedy, knowing that there was one more person, and it is a sniper, by the way. She should have just stayed there, should have had that defusal. If she went for that defuse, she would have gotten it. You know, Keiki was a little bit too far to actually defuse, to reject that defusal. So at that point, she should have just waited there a little bit more patiently and really know when to get all of those gunfights. And that really costed them. And right now, one person is going to be down here. No, 2 people are going to be down from the side of XDG.
Now, this is a 3-lady defense from the side of XDG. Clearly, the defense has failed because the bomb has been planted. 2 players will now be lurking around the kitchen. Elmo J looking to eliminate them right outside of Garden. Are we going to be able to see her get that done, though? Garden for those 2 players. XDG goes in for the invade finally. Yaki will drop in and will slay Keiki. But Venice as well as Alpha have been taken down on the other side. The invade from the Garden has failed. Yaki with the opportunity, and it is a 3-on-1 for her. She does not pull it off, and Velvet will take point 3 for themselves.
Ooh, now this is the comeback that what we've been waiting for. They chose this map for a reason, and now that they have the upper hand, they're using it to their advantage. You can already tell that from that push over here in A, they're a little bit faltering here at some point, and right now Savella is being such an amazing sniper for her team, doing all of those frags, all those opening picks that are very essential for her team. All of that, giving that information, and right now it's going to be gunfights in kitchen.
Okay, a quick thermite, beautiful one, and Elmo J does not go in for the push because they respond with a thermite against her as well. Yaki goes in for the invade, but Elmo will take her down, which is going to be problem for XDG. A quick drop in here from Afia this time will make sure that Elmo J is eliminated, and it is all equal 4-on-4, and Velvet plants the bomb. It's going to be a basketball showdown.
Yep, exactly. They are going to be having to dribble all of those balls here. Everything to get that information, but then Consta off the smoke gets that sniper. Afia gets the sniper again. She gets the kill, and right now, XDG has the advantage, surprisingly.
Keiki A 3-on-2. XDG should be able to defuse, but Keiki shuts Sophia out. And she is all alone. But Keiki manages to take Consta out with a headshot as well. Defusal cannot happen, and Keiki will be able to slide away. This is sniper on sniper action. Beneath Keiki, Beneath manages to take that shot, and XDG will be able to take match point. Whoa! If I didn't see the timer.
Yet again, the timer is your biggest enemy, AJ, and the time was not on their side. What a beautiful placement there with that bomb. If that bomb was just a little bit towards inside that basketball court, she could have had that defusal, but Keiki having that advantage, I don't think they have that smoke either. Having that smoke would have had the advantage of them.
So far, Velvet has taken each and every single attacking round. XDG, they just need to pull one back into their side, and that's about it. I'm pretty sure XDG can win this because when we go into round number 11, they will be on the attacking side. But if XDG cannot do that, it might just be game over. Venice settles Savella, and that means the biggest sniping danger from the side of Velvet has been taken out. But Keiki will respond, showing that she is a threat as well. If anything, she has been the more craziest sniper in this game. Elmo J, Sika shut down, but the response from Afia will make sure Elmo can no longer participate. Afia with one more for herself, but on the other side, Keiki will go in for the elimination. It's a quick fake defusal, which she could have taken for herself. Unfortunately, it will just drop down.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Velvet does not pull this off. XDG gets point number 5.
For a second there, I thought she'd actually went away from that defusal. I thought she was only going for that fake, but she eventually has it. AJ, this is what you're saying. Once they actually get 1 point over here from Velvet, it's gonna look like they have the opportunity to get another attack round and really head over here. And right now, we can see the girls from Velvet are really struggling to actually get another point. They can already tell there's already a little bit of a sense of panic as they have been a little bit passive in this push. They are staying here in mid, up in laundry as well. They need to have that defense in laundry. XDGX, they're really wanting to have that, you know. They need to close out all of these matches, and they have the advantage. And this is the hardest thing to do, is to close out a match.
Yeah, the bomb is going to swing around passageway straight into square center most probably. The plant will come through, but laundry room has got 2 players from XDG. One inside and one outside. Bomb gets planted, which means XDG can finally respond. Consta with the opportunity. So Bella is looking right back and backs away from that sniper point because Consta has just been placing way too much of pressure there. 30 seconds now on the clock. Is Velvet going to be able to run the timer down once again to the dismay of XDG? A 1 aside, Afia making it 2. Elmo just equalizing things back up. A 3-on-3. Elmo J almost taken down. Afia shuts her out once again. Afia just continuing to do exactly what she does best. And that smoke will be laid out as well. Keiki needs to find the bomb. She needs to find the diffuser. If she does not get this, they will lose the match. She gets the kill! And Vanish shuts her down! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a save from Velvet!
How many times has Keiki been such an amazing person for her team? She has 15 kills. She needs to be stopped. She has so many times where the advantage was not on her side. She did so well under pressure, AJ. Why did this happen? XDG should have had that.
Oh, Elmo J losing her life early. Sika, beautiful man of war opener, drops into the locker room, and now they have the basketball court already, and the invade can come through from the side of XDG, and the bomb gets planted as well. Yaki drops NX bot, which means Velvet is gonna be in trouble. This is the advantage that I was talking about. As long as XDG pulls 1 point back for themselves in the attacking side for Velvet, they should be able to get the advantage as Consta will drop Savella. It is now a 2-on-5, and there is no way the Singaporeans can make a comeback. With Bloom and her performance in here so far, she manages to take Yaki out. But 4 kills, she goes in for yet another. But Bloom will get shut down as XDG LXIX
VP for her team, and you can see it here. 16 kills in Search and Destroy, AJ. What is that?
crazy performance coming in here from GAIJIN, stepping it up for the side of Velvet, but it will still be hashtag Velvet cannot face you off against, in terms of those gunfights. So let's see if or not either side will be able to manage such a feat in here as well.
Enemy taking Alpha.
Yep, exactly. And right now, XDG LXIX, you are going to be seeing that they are going to be going through inside all of those broken buildings and going in there for that kill. Eventually gets taken. Oh, yeah, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. They take out that person in Delhi, and now they're heading over towards Charlie. Charlie is going to be another point of contention here, but then there are two people here from that team, and it's going to be an early pick here in Bravo. No one is going to be able to contest them.
So this is what I was talking about, right? It is the side of XDG that takes the Special Forces base, and they will have the access into Bravo slightly easier compared to the side of Velvet. Why? Because Velvet needs to go crossing the Guerrilla Avenue into Laundry to shortcut in for that Bravo site. But even through all of that trouble, Velvet still manages to pick that Bravo site up. And XDG will have to play catch-up right now. Afia dropping in together with the KRM, but we'll see that Shock RC proper in a track. Sika dropping in for that backstab and manages to get that, which means the opportunity to take back Bravo is there for XDG. It hasn't been done yet. Here comes the stop from Velvet, but unfortunately, Papi is just a little too slow to the side, and XDG will pull it back for themselves.
Yep, exactly. A beautiful push here by XDG, really going in for that kill right now. But then there are going to be three people from Velvet that's going to be able to get that. The pick here in Bravo didn't really last too long for XDG, and they keep trying to go here in Delhi and position themselves really well. But here we go, the rotation's up to Charlie. Here we go, Charlie's going to be taken, but I feel like Alpha will be taken as well. Alpha is left alone with no defense.
Yeah, but then they haven't started going there just yet. One player from XDG on Alpha, and right now they will possibly lose Alpha because two players onto that Bravo site right now. Just one backing away to go in for a solo capture on the Special Forces base. Are we going to be able to see XDG come back in here with some sort of a response to stop it? The answer is no, and Velvet will still hold on to their lead in this game. Elmo J, beautiful onto that Bravo site, and the side of XDG have now been swapped around. They will be on the side of the Guerrilla base. That is their spawn now, B.
Yep, exactly. And right now, what you said a while ago, they put too many eggs in the basket. They put too many of those players push for Charlie when they didn't even do that in the first place. Some of those players should have just gone through and rotate through Bravo, knowing very well that Velvet would actually try to go for Alpha as well. And right now, they're going to have a hard time, right? Because you can see here, the defense from Velvet is a little bit too strong, a little bit too overpowering for everyone here going through Bravo.
Yeah, that was a very bad push coming in from XDG. You know, we talked about how difficult it is to get a triple cap on this map, and it is difficult for a reason. You drop in and you lose your positioning, you get your spawn reset, you will lose your advantage as well. And ever since XDG has made that mistake, they have not made a comeback, and Velvet will close off round number 1 as they will reach that 75-point mark.
Exactly, and right now, Velvet is doing such a good job. They're winning their gunfights, and at some point, MOJ took out 3 people on her own, and that was a very difficult feat, especially she was up against people who have QQ9 and also that Chopper. She was able to take out everyone there trying to go for Bravo, and this is another aggressive push here in Bravo, and it's going to be a very interesting thing because we can see here 3 players from Velvet are actually heading towards Charlie.
Okay, XDG picking up that Bravo site. War Machine popping off by Sika, which means the side of Velvet will have a little bit of problem dropping in. But on that note, the invade will come through, but immediately settled off by one and only Sika, and as well as a War Machine. 64 to 81, XDG playing catch up, but that's going to be the exact story that continues as Charlie gets snatched away by the Singaporean.
Now you can see here Alpha is going to be taken, but doesn't quite get it. Now, I don't know why they left Charlie and Alpha so open. Again, this is what you were saying a while ago. But don't put too many eggs in one basket. They put too much defense on Bravo that they left Alpha and Charlie up for the taking. And now they need to have that hard fight. Again, it's going to be interesting. It's gonna be a triple jab here!
A triple cap being robbed by the Singaporeans, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And one of the most difficult things to pull off at this map, at Crossfire, has been done by the one and only Velvet. With the perfection of the cluster strike onto Alpha, they will stack themselves up onto Bravo. And that is the risk because they will go ahead to lose Guerrilla base. The Charlie side, but Prevention will come through as well at Charlie because of that cluster strike, but not at Alpha as XDG manages to pull one back. But is that enough? I don't think so. The Singaporeans might have just won the game with that one beat.
Yep, exactly. But then the XS1 Goliath. Oh, I just thought that she was going to be able to actually steal that one, but not quite yet, as another XS1 Goliath is heading over here in Bravo. Now, I'm not quite sure if that placement of that XS1 Goliath is actually really good, but here, a cluster strike. This is the response that we've been waiting for, but I'm not quite sure if this is enough for them to actually get, as the cluster strike is still going down here, AJ.
Okay, 135, and we should be able to see XDG pick up the Bravo side now. But like I've said, it is a little bit too late because they need a triple cap in order to make a comeback, in order to stop Velvet, and that's just gonna be close to impossible. Even if all 5 players drop into Bravo right here, right now, picking up the Charlie spot is just not possible. And Velvet will show that if you can take one map from us, we can take one map right back. And the Singaporeans do not go down without a fight. Really don't matter against a team like XDG. And Xbot this time will reclaim her MVP position at that very top as the Velvet from SG, the representatives of MYSG.
Very end of the matchup where we're going to see all of these pull through, because like what you said, P4 and P5 are miles away from each other, and that rotation is going to be key. It is going to be that money hill. P5 is going to be that money hill that everyone really wants to infiltrate and get all of those points. And now we can see here a very early push from both of these teams, really trying to dominate there and really trying to get that third floor. The third floor is going to be essential for them, and Keiki right now has a really amazing power position.
There you go, Sika manages to take down the UAV as well, brings the chopper up onto the high-rise, spots one player making the approach, but Nice will drop in with the man of war sight for the slay. XDG picking up a couple of points, but it is going to be traded out by Velvet immediately. High-rise not controlled just yet by the blue side, which means they will not be able to control Isles as long as they want. The pressure that continues to come in here from Velvet, on the other hand, will be stopped. Why? Because of the answer. One player up top, high-rise. Sika on the drop, and that means XDG will continue picking the points up.
Yep, exactly. Now that is the position that you really want to get here, especially in this first hard point. But then again, everyone knows that Sika's gonna be there, and LMOJ finally gets that pick off. But then with a QQ9, she will have a hard time. It's like, you know, you can have a really good time there. You can probably slay everyone off there, but you need to have the gun to really stay there as well.
Absolutely right. And the QQ9 up from the high-rise and the shots down towards Isle, yeah, that's just not gonna happen. But as the rotation will come through, hardpoint number 2 just happens to be high-rise. So the players who have already been controlling the third floor should just be able to jump off, drop down onto the ground floor, control it as well. NXBot in here with the push, but it's a 2-on-1 situation and she will get shut down. Bloom will be on that backup, but so far Velvet hasn't been able to do much in here. XDG the slightly better sides, and hopefully that does not go onto a roll and build up on their points. Velvet will drop into that hard point right now. A fear with the possibility of the prevention, but only for a few seconds. And here comes that catch-up gameplay.
Yeah, but then it's the scrap points that's being given to them, and although the points are still trickling down one by one, the lead is non-existent, and right now they're heading over to P3. Again, this is a really hard point to actually defend right now, and all of these girls from XDG, their rotations are tight. It's really good rotations coming on their end, and LMOJ with the backstab is proving to be very difficult.
Okay, it's a 2-on-1 situation there. Sika manages to take Elmo out of the equation, unfortunately for the side of Velvet. But it's XDG in the shop. Yaki will not be able to hold it as here comes Afia for the side of Singapore. Back and forth as they will truly go and jump. It will be a 3-player hold onto that shop. XDG with the inmates right back through. Yaki with the pressure will get shut down as well. QQ9, neither side picking up those points when they go in. It is an immediate contest and Velvet will win the gunshot, but XDG pulls it right back. Back and forth like a pendulum this will swing, but the Filipinos definitely want it for themselves. Singaporeans though, not going down any easy.
Yes, and here we go. We can see the rotation off of key 4 right now, and it's going to be XDG territory. And the flank is going to be coming down, and we can see 2 girls from the side of Velvet are going to be going there, and the rotation from XDG needs to be tight. They really need to go in there, and Concept being so good, but then she does get taken out, AJ. This is the strategy that Velvet has been doing well so far. They are amazing at these pushes, and even though they're at a disadvantage and they push a little bit late, they really win those gunfights.
Special Forces Base. This is the home of Velvet. They should not lose this. If they allow their spawn to get reset, XDG should be able to dominate them. But this is the problem. XDG isn't able to reset their spawn. Yaki with a quick invade, but that Thermite will cut down her HP and then allow Keiki to just eliminate her with that chopper. Velvet doing really well, and XDG will prefer to bail from that hard point, giving away all of those points to the Singaporeans. And 10 more seconds in there, Velvet is going to cross the 100-point mark by the time we open up Sniper House. And that's going to be point number 5. XS1 Goliath in there as well. Keiki does not know what is waiting for her.
And it's such a bad thing to actually go up that ladder, because knowing that someone is most likely going to be there, and we have an XS1 Goliath up here, the defense is going to be really tight, but then the girls from Velvet are still actually alive. And another XS1 Goliath is going to be in here, especially here in A long and B long, and it's going to be difficult for them to actually go and infiltrate all of the second floor. Keiki is going to be in trouble, and they really need to have all of these rotations down, AJ. They're really doing a good job.
Yeah, why are they bringing the XS1 all the way in here? Let's see. Sika drops a couple of players right there in front of her, but they've lost their XS1 Goliath, and here is Velvet to take over the hard point. What will Keiki be able to do? Because the XS1 Goliath on her side has been taken out, and that was just a careless play, if you ask me, from the side of Velvet. But on that 110 point so far, they don't give a hoot, because they just want the W. And this is the match for them to win, to push this into the tiebreaker. 120 to 96, but that's not the final hard point. Let's go in here for a reset. Down into hard point number 1. We open it up at Isle. Who's gonna be able to dominate high rise?
That XS1 Goliath is definitely going to be very hard for Velvet to kill. And they wasted one XS1 Goliath a while ago. I have no idea why they wasted all of those points a while ago. Really trying to go infiltrate into that P5, into that Sniper House. And it's going to be very difficult for them to go here as well. And although that they have control over here, we have another person here with another cluster strike. But what they need to do is actually get that person off of that 3rd floor.
Oh, Yaki holding this, then it's not picking up those points, but it's all about the contest, not allowing Velvet to pick any points up for themselves. That's what's more important in here. XDG fighting for their lives. 18 more seconds in here, and the comeback gameplay, which looks so impossible, is still being fought for by the Filipinos. Velvet will pull it back, but just for a second before XDG drops right back in there. 121 to 137. This is hard point number 2, and we need to drop into high rise as well, because that's where we will have to move to next. XDG already with 2 players there. Are they going to be able to hold the fort? Afia, QQ9 will back away, but at the wrong moment as she gets backstabbed. Velvet on that final 9-point push. Elmo J manages with a takedown, a double kill, which means she has just won this for the side of Singapore. Are we going to be able to see XDG step back in? The answer is no. And
amazing plays here by Velvet.
Yeah, you know, the mistake made by XDG here is at the 4th hard point. They were constantly trying to invade the house, but since they found that the defense for Velvet was too strong, and that was the spawn of Velvet, they didn't.
Of winning those 2 games.
Well, will they be able to make a comeback in here? Let's take a quick look at the map as it is getting loaded, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Velvet will set up a 2-1-2 defense, setting 2 players into shop, 1 right in towards mid, 2 players into high rise. Both of those bomb sites will get blocked off. 1 player pushing up very deep into shop, 1 backing away into grassland. This is a choker block from the side of Singapore. Are we going to be able to see XDG penetrate the defenses? Now, Bravo looks like the side they want to go in for, as FNALS will open things up by shutting KE down. Goes in, Annex bot taken out as well. Bomb will get planted, and XDG LXIX look like they want to take round number 1. FNALS botting 2 of those shots, and unfortunately, that will cost a fierce life.
And it's going to be a 3v3 situation. It's going to be hard for them to actually get this round, and the bomb is going to be planted here in Bravo, and it's going to be difficult for them to actually get. But Venice is having all of that in her head. She did botch 2 shots, but she did get another 3. It's her 4th. She almost got an ace, AJ. She heard you.
Almost got the ace. Beautiful play with that B push coming in from the side of XDG. They are taking the attacking rounds, and they need to make sure Velvet does not steal any rounds away from them whilst they want to plant this bomb. And this is that stack defense once again, but Venice will drop Savella to open the matchup. And once again, this is going to be a Bravo push, but here comes the smoke to block off the the invade from the side of XDG. A fear gets shut down. It's a 4-on-4. Venice still on the hunt for more blood.
Now, this is what we're talking about, right? It's going to be the sniper map, because you have so many angles to choose from. You can see your Keiki having that beautiful angle off of it's going to be hard for her to actually get it, as Consta is going to be one of the most important plays that you can have here. But Venice, again, is going to be one of those important plays to actually get that other pick. But Keiki is just too smart for her right now.
The exact thing that I tell not to do, they will happen to do right now. As Elmo drops Yaki, Zika will lose a life as well. The bomber won't be able to pull off a 2-on-1 situation here. 1-on-1 possible, but as she goes up, opportunity, Bloom shuts it down. KRM, 1 shot to the chest, and that shut down gameplay. Velvet pulls away a crucial point from XDG's attacking side.
It's going to be dire for XDG to actually pull out another play that won't be read by Velvet. And right now, they are going for another type of push. That push off of that, that center aisle, it's going to be interesting to actually get another pick there. But then we can see the girls from Velvet are trying to get that advantage off of that 3rd floor over here. And it's not going to be easy for them to actually get a pick, as Consta is actually having a hard time to get another frag. She has 1 kill so far, but look at the scoreboard. Only Venice has a lot of kills. Everyone else, not so much. It's all an egg. And in the side of Velvet, only NX Bot is only having that egg.
Moj, opportunity 2-on-1, and manages to shut down Afia. And this is gonna be an opportunity once again for the side of Velvet. Yaki taken out as well. Consta solo won't be able to plant the bomb. And this is a loss XDG was not expecting.
I know, it's something that they don't really expect here right now. It's going to be difficult for all of these teams to actually get into it and really having that advantage. 1v4, that is very hard to do in a map like Crash. And with Consta having that sniper, she needs to get another gun over here. She is going to be up against snipers, SMGs, and shotguns all up in her back. And plus that, she needs to get that bomb down. It's not going to look very well for her here, AJ.
Okay, yeah, there's no way she can get this. 30 seconds plus all of this. Yeah, close to impossible, right? 2 players holding on. But then again, just nobody's watching the bomb though. Picks up the bomb. Opportunity here. Spots that. Oh, goodness me. Come on. Stop potatoing this. Constant focus.
She needs to get that focus down. If it doesn't.
Nice work. Get ready for the next
I
round.
heard the disappointment. Oh, she gets a shot, misses it. Gets the shot, oh, misses it again. That was 4 shots missed by Consta. I mean, we already knew that she wasn't gonna win that, but she should have at least gotten that shot, right? You can already tell how this is affecting Consta's state of mind. Again, so far, only Consta and Venice have kills in their team. And this is gonna be very bad.
Yeah, and this just means if Velvet actually pulls this off, it's gonna be one of the craziest reverse sweeps in the competition, right? XDG, who has been so dominant from day one. Afia getting taken out by that trophy system. Consta now with the backstab by Bloom, eliminated. XDG down 1 woman, and that's gonna be bad. They need to go in and plant the bomb. Thankfully, the bomb is still with Zika.
Exactly. The bomb is still with her, and it's going to be a 3v4 situation. Still very doable on the side of XDG, but you can already tell how well, you know, the girls from Velvet are really doing this one. You can see here, everyone is going to be in one building, and they're trying to see if they can actually get another pick here. And it's going to be another amazing push here into that into mid, and it's going to be interesting how they actually get here, especially someone is going to be an A. It's going to be a plant here in Alpha. Amazing push here, amazing read, but there's going to be one person up here.
Oi! Zika shuts Bloom down. 1 shot, no kill. Keiki! 2-piece, what? Yaki and Zika shut down. Keiki on freaking fire. 1 more opportunity. Hey, shoot lah. Yo, Venice with that return shot shuts Keiki out, and it looks like that's all as far as that sniper will go into Shine. Venice will need to back away. QQ9 on the shutdown, but 1 more opportunity, and she will get an X-Bot as well. And this is a crucial 2nd point XDG pulls for themselves. That was not their round to win at all.
Exactly, especially Keiki with that 2-piece. Man, Venice is absolutely on fire. If you have Keiki on that side, we have Venice here with 9 kills to her name. Afia and Yaki still need to actually get a point. They need to get a kill right now because Venice will probably get tired at the very end of this. They need to do their job and to slay right now.
Okay, Keiki, opportunity once again, and this time she will hold on to shop. Going back down to that ground floor on for that approach. How will XDG take this? Crash is not an easy side to pull this away, but they wanted to play at this map. So let's see exactly what they have got for us. Consta constantly with the pressure onto her opponents. In this match though, unfortunately, she has not shined as brightly. Lucky for her, Venice is absolutely on point with the snipes beef.
Agreed. She's absolutely amazing with that sniper. With 9 kills to her name, that is most out of everyone here. The only person that's mildly close to her is Keiki, and Keiki is doing such a good job as well. And you know that rotation here in Bravo is that long. Being so amazing. How did she get there?
No, the player was climbing up the ladder right there in front of her. She looked away at that very second the player popped up, and that was about it. XDG will be able to pull point number 3 unless Bloom, Elmo J, and NXBot can make a play. But that is an impossibility as NXBot and Elmo J, Bloom included, get shut down. XDG with the perfect round taken, patience, and they pull it off. But Velvet has drawn blood twice from their attacking side. XDG needs to do the same, if not better.
COD timing at its finest, and sadly, Keiki just looked away at the wrong time. And right now, it's going to be Velvet having finally that attacking side, and they are going to be rushing headed over to that Bravo plant. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get it, and I'm surprised that no one from the girls of, of XDG actually stayed there, and Bloom is going to be very sneaky here in the 2nd floor. Afia still needs to get 1 kill here, AJ. It's already round 5.
Okay, now let's see. Oh, Bloom with the backstab once again. Zika will take over this power position right up top. This is the balcony of shop. And for the drop man of war opening once again, but unfortunately, it will be NX bot on the other side. QQ9 bot takes down Afia with that thermite as well. Gets the third piece for herself. Yaki on the shutdown. UAV up in the air. QQ9 in hand. Consta right in front of her, and she has spotted her out. NX bot should be able to take this, and the fourth kill in this round, and it is a easy one as Velvet picks it up for themselves.
XDG should have had the advantage to actually win that. They had more players, they had more women in their team, but then NX bot was just too much to handle, and I think it just went down to that communication that they didn't really have to get. No one told them that NX bot was there slaying everyone there, and she finally got that beautiful two-piece for herself. And right now, Afia still has 0 kills. AJ, it's round number 6. She needs to step it up.
Okay, let's see. 3-3 in here, 5-on-5 in terms of the number of players in. But there's only one player on the defense at Alpha. And there does not be much of an issue. There does not pose to be much of an issue for the side here. High rise as the bomb gets planted at Bravo. Let's see exactly how XDG pulls this back. Sika on the approach. One player outside of the shop, but that is on the other side of the wall. Bloom are on the drop now. Sika should be able to get this. One play goes in front of her. Bloom with the opportunity gets the shutdown. One more in front, and unfortunately Bloom does not get the second piece. Sika on the approach right now for XDG. Can they get the defusal? The answer is no. Afia as well as Consta still with the opportunity to turn things around in here, but the time will go ahead to run out, and XDG, their weakness is the same as mine, keeping an eye on the freaking time.
Now I'm actually thinking, I think Afia may have connection issues because she was just standing in at one certain point. Now this is very disappointing to see, especially, oh, here we go. The match has been paused for around 20 seconds. It's because I think Afia is trying to go and reconnect here, and she has 0 in her name so far, which is very, very unlike her because we already know how much of a fragger that she is, and having 0 points at, you know, match number 7, especially knowing how this is match point basically. Now this is very dire for everyone else in her team to really step it up here.
Is that pause going to be enough though? Afia, QQ9, referee pauses the match. Thankfully, are we going to be able to take a quick break as well, production?
I don't think that's going to be the case, as we do have 1 minute in the clock. Maybe we can shoutcast the time. 43, 42, 41. But then, you know what? Something that is very interesting to see is that the person who's actually bringing this game for her team is Venice. Venice has been such an amazing sniper here, but the problem is everyone else in her team need to step it up. You can see here in the Velvet squad, there's a lot of members and they have an even amount of kills, which is really good for their team right now.
Okay, now hopefully there can be a remake instead, but to continue with that 4-3. Oh no, here comes Afia right back into the fray, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. She is moving again, which means we are back on track. Bring the katana out. Let's ravage some Singaporeans, says XDG LXIX. Are they going to be able to pull this off? It is a 2-1-2 defense set up by XDG. The push onto Bravo is on the go as NX bot will bring that bomb right down. One player on top of shop. That means the open for the plant onto Bravo is just so easy. Grassland is going to take or get overtaken by Team Velvet here.
Team Velvet looking so good right now, and I feel like Crash is just being so difficult for XDG right now. But Yaki finally with that kill, and Venice needs to get another kill here because she does know that the bomb is being planted. She needs to go and have another frag here and help out Yaki to get one more. As you can see here, she's gonna have a hard time.
Oh boy, she manages to take down Yaki with a 2-piece. So instrumental, so important. Bloom, will she be able to take Yaki out? This is a 2-on-1 situation. Yaki! unfortunately does not pull it off. And Velvet, they are one round away, one victory away from taking the whole of the Valkyrie series. And they have the advantage. The bomb is in their hand, babe.
Yep, the rhythm of the game is going to be up to Velvet, and Velvet has been so good so far, especially when it comes to this one. They are going to be having that split here in mid, going through that A bomb site. I think they're going to be going for that amazing push here, but then we can see here all the way back, it is 1-1. Venice finally gets that response, but then just like that, Consta, it's the rotation that's going to be very difficult for me right now, and Bloom is going to be the only one left, AJ, and it's going to be difficult for her to get that bomb because bomb is down.
Yeah, okay, a 3-on-1 situation. XDG needs to do this and then pull an exact pressure-filled round just like this to make sure they push it into round 11. Because if they do, it's gonna be a repeat. They will get the bomb, they get the advantage, but the problem is, this is a totally different match. And Velvet has shown us that they are so good when it comes to defense on Crash. XDG, but as the referee calls it fine, it is going to be absolutely fine. And the game shall continue at the point of 5-4. Can XDG force this into a tiebreaker as well as an advantage for themselves? Or can the Singaporeans finish this rightfully and take this back for MYSG? So Vela, Keiki, Bloom, Elmo J, as well as NX Bot for the attack on Velvet. And they will storm high rise. Afia taken down early. And this is the opportunity for an early plant in here. And XDG needs to come up with a response. One player already waiting at the entrance. Let's see how this goes, B.
Afia had her katana out. I'm not sure why she had that. She should have brought her gun out, and just like that, it is a 4-1 situation. And here we go. We have Velvet, our champions, AJ, for the Valkyrie series. And we waited that long just for that round to end so quick. And Velvet, they deserve this one, AJ. Out of all of these weeks really fighting, they deserve to be called the champions of the Valkyrie series.
Absolutely, and I love how Velvet did it. Instead of, the likes of the comment section, not really liking how the comment section is working right now, but the girls always show what is the better way to take an argument. Instead of doing the talking, they do the walking. Shut up, let's play the game. They brought the game, and you're champions of the Valkyrie series, the one and only MYSG represent Singaporeans, Lion City represent Velvet with the team of the very special as well as gifted Elmo J, Keiki, Vapi, Sovella, and Xbot as well as Bloom. They managed to pick the victory up today in such stunning fashion, B.
Now, this team, they were the only non-Philippine team in this matchup, and that is why they really deserve to be here. We already know how super great Philippine teams are, but let us not forget that we have our Valkyries here. You can see Nuketown, it's the reverse sweep of this tournament right now. 150-109, XCG got that in the bag. Raid, Search and Destroy, 6 and 5, Crossfire, and here we go. This is where we see XDG falter little by little. They won here 150-90, and in Crash Hardpoint 150-126, and here in Crash Search and Destroy as well, it is 6-4. Well-deserved win here by the Velvet Girls.
The reverse sweep that was not expected. XDG LXIX, the expectation of them to rise up to the top, to grab the victory in here today was what was expected based on the absolute dominance, based on the fact that they have already defeated Velvet at the group stages. Velvet